picking up 3 Stalkers and a single probe. Looks like iNkA might be trying to expand over at that island area. Oh, and this Warp Prism actually gives vision for this Overlord to be sniped. FireZerg, did he drop into the red for like the 10th time this game? Yes, he did drop into the red again. That's obviously the worst part about Overlords is they're flying and they're slow. They can be picked off very easily. iNkA drops off the probe here. He's going to be expanding here in the island area and dropping the rest of these 3 Stalkers where exactly? Up here on the cliff. Ooh, able to take out a Spine Crawler that's already building. Good foresight from FireZerg to even expect this Stalker drop to happen. All these Overlords right here, look at that, just floating balloons of supply. They are going to give vision to these Roaches, but the Stalkers have a slightly longer range, with 6 range against 4 of those Roaches. So if he focus fires, he'd actually kill off some Overlords here. Yes, he does kill one there. Starts focusing some units. FireZerg still in the red. iNkA throwing up a 3rd base before the Zerg player, so that's very advantageous to him. Oh, he doesn't want to go too close to that cliff. Those Roaches will be able to shoot up there, but now the Overlords are retreating. iNkA's catching up in supply, I believe, 129 to 164. Stalling out FireZerg for that long is allowing iNkA to get a lot of Immortals up right now. Check this out. The last Stalker of iNkA does have Blink now, and he evades for just a second, but then does get taken out by that Stalker. 3 Stalkers still up on the cliff against a million burrowed Roaches here for FireZerg. At any time he could fly some Overlords over here, unburrow, and try to kill those off, but he doesn't really have the range. iNkA now flying around with his Warp Prism some more. Looks like he's also building another one here on the production tab. And yeah, FireZerg's just droning hard. He's also getting expansion of his own up at this far left natural area. So this Warp Prism's done, and DTs are being warped in right now. This could be very bad for FireZerg since he does have Lair Tech, but I don't believe he has any Overseers there. Yes, he starts morphing 2 Overseers right away. The DTs go straight for the Lair. Oh my goodness, it's a good thing FireZerg started to build those Overseers so quickly, but now this Lair is going to go down, and along with that, any chances of further tech like a Spire or a Hydralisk down, he did not have either of those. He's rebuilding another Roach Warren right now just to protect that asset. He's starting to attack the spawning pool here, but all these Roaches and Overseer come around and save its life. This creep is going to start receding though because that Lair went down, and the spawning pool could actually bleed out. iNkA's still very busy with this Warp Prism, warping in more units over here at this hatchery of FireZerg at this top natural expansion area. He's got 2 DTs and a Sentry trying to nuke it down. There is 1 Overseer in the area. Drones try to surround the DTs. I think the drones might actually win this fight before this hatchery can be killed off. Yes, 1 DT does get surrounded there, and the hatchery lives. iNkA just moves the Warp Prism over a couple of inches and warps in some more Stalkers here to try and fight. And notice he still has 3 Stalkers up here, but hasn't done anything with them in quite a while. Oh, and with Blink, he pops down, tries to finish off this hatchery, but it does have quite a bit too much health for that to be effective. So he's luring all these Roaches away with Blink. He might be able to warp in a couple more up here. He does have 1 DT still tucked up in there, and he drops it. Yes, all those Roaches are chasing the Stalkers all the way across. iNkA just sends his 1 last remaining Dark Templar to start hacking away at this hatchery. FireZerg could actually pull his drones there. He does to try and kill off the Dark Templar. The Dark Templar slowly losing shield, but the hatchery does fall, so iNkA gets another nice base snipe there. And he doesn't really know about this expansion, I don't believe. I'm going to take his vision real quick. And yeah, he has no idea that this expansion is up. He might think he still has an advantage, but you know, iNkA's a very good player. He might not take that for granted. So here we do have the spawning pool, like I mentioned earlier. Now that that creep is receding, FireZerg needs to start pooping creep on it if he's going to save its life. It only has about 50 health left. iNkA's back with a Warp Prism. Surprise, surprise. This Warp Prism has been a hero so far, just warping things in all over the place. FireZerg doesn't have any anti-air except Queens, and there are no Queens in the area. There, one finally arrives. The spawning pool, I just want to watch it die. I know it's going to die. There it goes. It explodes into all kinds of guts. iNkA still has his Warp Prism flying around being annoying. He still has, oh, he has a second Warp Prism back here with these Stalkers, so he can pick those up at any time. He can even start attacking these drones some more, or this hatchery, and just force FireZerg to make decisions with his units there. He does start to attack the hatchery. I don't know where his army is. There it is, up in the main. There's a ton of Roaches and Lings coming to respond to this, but he doesn't have vision up there. There's no Overlords in the area. Now an Overseer flies up, and these Stalkers are going to go down. iNkA's focusing somewhere else, obviously, at the time. iNkA's base down here is getting fully saturated. Lots of cannons going down to help protect that. iNkA does have a Warp Prism over here doing some stuff. He warped in 2 Dark Templar and just picked them up immediately when he saw that Overseer in the area, so now he's going to fly it around. We'll see what he ends up doing with that. I'm constantly watching the minimap right now to see if I have any PIP to be doing, but it doesn't look like much is going on except for these Warp Prism shenanigans. And the DTs do get warped in. I'm not sure how much they're going to be able to kill. It looked like one drone did get sliced there, but with the Overseer still in the area, providing a lot of detection, these DTs are not going to be super effective. They are killed off pretty quickly there. But now there are 3 Stalkers up on this cliff that FireZerg is going to have to deal with. He's got a lot of roaches in the area, and this Overseer is providing vision, but the Stalker is still doing a lot of damage here. Let's check upgrades. I know both these players have an Evolution Chamber / Forge. iNkA looks like he's sitting at 1-0 still, and FireZerg actually at 2 armor and 1 range upgrade. Here it looks like we have some mobilization from iNkA. I'll not be paying attention to that Warp Prism anymore. This is just a huge army for iNkA. He's got 2 Void Rays, Observer in tow, Stalkers, and just some massive Immortals. Look at that, 10 Immortals to deal with the huge Roach army of FireZerg. Immortals being popped, not Immortals, Overlords being popped here. And is he going to go into the red again? Yes, he is! So that Queen's going to be going down as well. Void Rays charging up on everything. Like I said, FireZerg has no anti-air except for Queens, and I don't see any Queens right now, so these Void Rays are just going to rip through everything. This Warp Prism delay tactic still going on the far left here at 26 minutes and 40 seconds. But, good God, like, everything is getting nuked down by these Void Rays. Check that out. 2 kills, 3 kills, but this many Immortals here too. Oh, and here's a picture-in-picture option right now. These guys are base trading currently, and it looks like FireZerg is killing off that natural at the same rate that iNkA is killing his natural. He's moving up into the main. iNkA is actually pulling a lot of units to come deal with this, but iNkA does manage to kill off basically everything in FireZerg's natural. Now he's going to head home with all that stuff. And these Roaches are not going to be stopped. There's 2 Void Rays against several Mutalisks right here. It looks like this Void Ray is probably going to be destroyed by these 4 Mutalisks. Now iNkA's returned home with all his Blink Stalkers and other Void Rays. All his anti-air is here to save the day from these Mutas. FireZerg not doing a good job saving those. But FireZerg's just going to continue here in the main killing stuff off. All these Warp Gates are going to be killed off one by one. iNkA's actually moving into the main now with probes to try and kill off this Roach Warren. And iNkA is moving over here with his entire army to try and kill off this 3rd base. I'll use picture-in-picture right here at 28 minutes and 20 seconds. And that spawning pool goes down, the Spine Crawler goes down, all these Roaches being killed. Great force fields there, preventing the Roaches from even being able to really shoot. Stalkers blink back away from the Roaches approaching on the right side. They burrow and try to go underneath, but there is an Observer in tow for iNkA right there, and these Roaches are just going to be pounded away by these Immortals. There's still 8 Immortals up after all these attacks, so iNkA doing a good job killing off everything that FireZerg really has left. And holy crap, I missed at some point. iNkA's base went down. Let me figure out what happened there. iNkA's island expansion is just gone. And so now we just have roaming army against roaming army. We have 61 food here against, how much here? 52 for FireZerg. They're trying to kill off every building that they can find. It is a real base race scenario now. iNkA has a much larger standing army, actually a much scarier standing army with these Void Rays, since there really is no anti-air still for FireZerg. I don't even know if that Spire is even left alive. No, and iNkA actually sending DTs now into the main to clean up the rest of his main base, killing off this hatchery. So now iNkA left with 1 Nexus, not mining anything, being attacked by all sorts of Roaches and Lings. FireZerg left with only 1 hatch himself and a spawning pool now going up. So iNkA looks like he's pretty much abandoned trying to rebuild. He's only got 2 probes. He used a bunch of them up there to kill that Roach Warren there a second ago. And yeah, now it's just army versus army. So if iNkA can continue killing off FireZerg at this rate, he might be able to take this game. Just keeping the units tab open right now. I don't believe too much is being produced. Yeah, a pylon and a spawning pool there. So we'll keep units up just to get a look. I'll even look at army value. How about that? iNkA's army value is massive. He's in the red, obviously. Doesn't have hardly any buildings left alive. He does have a DT. He's got a couple of Void Rays still floating around somewhere, I believe. Yeah, here they are killing off Overlords. Excellent, excellent move. But FireZerg only has one hatch anyway, so it doesn't matter that much. He's going to continue killing off all these buildings. He needs to kill this extractor. Oh, look at this. FireZerg actually taking over iNkA's island base down here on the bottom right. Don't know if iNkA's going to be able to spot that and kill it off in time. FireZerg kills off that Dark Shrine and that Nexus of iNkA in the main. See, he's being revealed right now, so iNkA has to be very careful with the rest of his units here. Did those Void Rays actually, where'd they end up? I'm not sure where the Void Rays are. They were up here recently? No? Yes? No? Where are you, Void Rays? You still got 2 in the air somewhere. I don't even know what to commentate on anymore. This is just getting ridiculous. So here we have 2 Void Rays killing off this Queen. FireZerg tries to attempt a little bit of micro killing that off, and back in his main, he is actually defending quite well, able to kill off the rest of the ground army of FireZerg. So if we go back to Units tab, or actually Army tab, we'll see it's 25 supply for FireZerg against 58 of iNkA. So iNkA has the units, he just has to kill off all the rest of the buildings of FireZerg, which right now are only about 4 buildings on the map. Here he's going to be able to kill everything here, kill off this hatch. Another Queen is building. There's only an Evo chamber, a spawning pool, a lair, and that's all he's got. iNkA's only got a Nexus, a Gateway, a Twilight Council, and a Stargate, and a super sneaky hidden pylon. That's everything. Like, there are less than 10 buildings per player right now on this field, and iNkA has 57 supply. FireZerg's still down to only 27 after losing that Overlord full of Queen. So iNkA really only has to kill this Evo chamber and 2 more buildings, and he will win this game. But FireZerg really just trying to rebuild from scratch right now. He doesn't have. I mean, he's got a lot of minerals, but he doesn't really have much else. He's got 3 lings, 12 drones, overlords, a roach, and a queen, and they're pretty much all contained right here at this base. iNkA, not sure what he's doing right now, killing off an overlord again. But check this out: FireZerg trying to expand again up here in the top left expansion area, this island. iNkA only has 2 Void Rays, able to even get over there. FireZerg's still just losing overlord after overlord, but he's not in the red because he only has 19 food worth of units. He's picking up lings and dropping them God knows where, trying to finish off these buildings of iNkA. Of course, iNkA, even if he loses these, he's still got a pylon and a nexus up here that he can work with. He has 72 minerals, but if he builds a probe and then loses it, he's done. So I think he's beyond even trying for that. So now if he kills off this lair, there's not a lot to oppose him right now. But FireZerg has this hatch building, and only Void Rays will be able to get over there. He doesn't have any Warp Prisms left on the map. If you look up there at units, no Warp Prisms left.